All right. Hey guys, how you going? AutoCAD tutorial number 2. So I'm assuming that you've been able to download AutoCAD or AutoCAD LT onto a computer at home. I'm going to go through how to set up your portfolio and to do your two-dimensional drawing practice. So let's get out of this. First of all, we'll go a new document in Word. This is just for proof that you've been able to produce these tasks. So I'm just going to call this Digital Graphics Portfolio. And then over here, 2D Drawing Practice. There. So there's that. I'm going to demonstrate how to do drawing number, get a nice easy one. Drawing number 3. Drawing number 3 is very easy. All I have to do is draw some lines, join them, copy them, and scale them to the right size. So that one's going to be a piece of cake. Let's go into AutoCAD. Okay, so let me introduce you to AutoCAD. So this is your work space, this place here. On the top left hand corner we've got that big red A, that is our applications menu, where we open new documents, open existing documents, we can save, we can import and export and print. We will export for 3D modeling, for 3D printing. We will save, you will open new documents. Up here we have our quick access menu. So the undo function, you're going to find that one very helpful. Plots, that's printing, saving, open, new. We have our workspace setting here as well, or our workspace menu. So here I can choose between drafting and annotation, which is drawing in 2D, a couple of 3D workspaces. So this is 3D basics. I tend to not use 3D basics. I don't like it. I much prefer 3D modeling, which is what I will teach you guys. You can also draw in 2D with 3D modeling. But we're going to start off in drafting and annotation. If you don't have that, then it's because in our quick access toolbar, workspace isn't selected. But there is that drop menu there. So if you drop here, you can choose what you have on your quick access toolbar. And all you need to do is select workspace. And then when we get onto 3D modeling, then you just bounce between drafting and annotation and 3D modeling. But at the moment, we only need drafting and annotation. Okay, moving down. So this is a search bar. You guys don't really need that at the moment. These are our ribbons. So this is our drawing commands ribbons. So we have a menu of drawing commands that we can choose from here. These are modifying commands where we modify something we've drawn. Annotation, where we can label our drawings with either dimensions or text. Here we can change layer properties, so we can change the colors of different things that we draw. That should be enough for you guys for now. We are going to use this once we do our project. Within our workspace, okay, so this is our user coordinate system. So on a graph, you have an x-axis and a y-axis, and where they both meet is 0. Yeah. This is actually a 3-axis coordinate system. And if I hit here on my compass, you can actually see we've got the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. But in 2D, we only need the x-axis and the y-axis. My cursor, obviously, I have crosshairs for my mouse cursor. Where else are we going to? Down here, we have a commands bar where you can select in there and type a command such as line and hit enter, and then you can draw a line. Or you can select the cursor, you can select the icon up there for your commands for a line. Or you don't even need the command bar, you can just type in line anywhere and hit enter, and then you can start drawing lines. I'll just undo that. And then down the bottom we have a snapping and coordinate options. So this is like a status bar. This is actually really important, this one here. So this is our workspace. I can zoom in and out with my mouse. I'm going to pan away from my X, Y, user coordinates. This is what I wish to draw. Now, having a look at this drawing, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines that I need to draw. And every line is connected to the end point, so the end of another line. So when we go down here, we wish to draw to the exact end point. If I were to draw a line here, and then I decided, hey, I wish to draw another line from here. If my endpoint's not selected, I can guess, I can try to draw that, but when I zoom in, because this thing will zoom into parts of a millimeter, you can see that my endpoints of my lines are not touching. This is where our object snap comes in really handy. So it needs to be highlighted blue on the AutoCAD for Windows. And on my drop menu, I can select where it locks into. So I could draw from a midpoint, I could draw from an endpoint, I can draw from an intersection. So let's say I drew 2 lines. I can now draw a line from an endpoint. See how it's highlighted green? Or that endpoint, or that intersection, that's also highlighted green. Yeah. I could draw from a midpoint for my line, or an endpoint, or a midpoint from this line. So that comes in really handy. But for this drawing, we only need to have endpoints selected. So we'll get rid of midpoint, get rid of intersection. Endpoint is all that we need. We also have a polar tracking. So this is really cool. This is set to, let's just set it to 45 degrees. If I wish to draw a line, so I've selected line, and then AutoCAD prompts me, it says, specify your first point. So I go, sure, I'll start here. And I click there. As I rotate around, every 45 degrees, see that green dotted line there? It locks in every 45 degrees. So instead of guessing, instead of trying to get at the 45, because down here you actually see the angle underneath where it says specify my next point, it says the angle that I'm drawing at, I can say, well, on this drawing, just about every line locks in at 90 degrees. So I'm just going to lock in every 90 degrees on my polar tracking. So now I can draw a line to there, I can draw a line straight up, I can draw a line that way. Every 90 degrees, I can guarantee if I'm locked in at, on that green dotted line, I know I'm drawing at angles that are 90 degrees. But I can also draw across to my endpoint or my midpoint. Actually, no, I've only got endpoint selected like that as well. But I don't want to do that either. We're drawing this one. So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to select line. Then it prompts me, specify your first point. I will draw it here. Then I will go straight down. And I need to go down 19 millimeters, so I type 19 and I hit enter. Now I'm zoomed in a bit too far, so I'm just going to scroll out with my mouse. That's good. Now I need to go across. See how it's locked in with that green dotted line? 94 millimeters. I hit enter again. Now I wish to go straight up. See how I don't need to continue selecting line because I'm still just drawing lines. I go up 59 millimeters. Enter. Now I'm going to go left. 24, enter. And this is where I need to do a little bit of maths because on my drawing, it tells me the total height. It tells me the height of this line here. It does not tell me the length of this line. So I go, well, it's 78 mils high. This line to my right is 59 mils. That means 78 take 59, 19 millimeters. There's that one there. And now I just go back to this point. And there I have drawn the outside shape to the dimensions that have been provided. At the moment, they are a series of individual lines. Because I wish to copy it and scale it down twice, I need to join those lines. And there's a couple of ways I can do that. I can click and release. I've highlighted all of them. And I can go into modify and select join, and now it's one continuous closed polygon. Or I'll undo that. If I couldn't be bothered going into modify, I could just type in join, enter, and then select it all and hit enter. And now it's one continuous polyline, and it's a closed polygon. Either option's fine. So I've joined it. I've drawn it. I've joined it. However, I've actually got 3 here. I've got 1, 2, and 3. So now I need to copy it twice. So I could type copy, and I could select it and copy it. Or I could go up to my modify, because I'm modifying my original drawing, and I could select copy. Same thing. And it prompts me, select your objects. I select this, I hit enter. Yes, I've done that. So specify your base point. Okay, well, I'll copy it from here to here again. And I need another one to here again. And then I need to hit escape. Otherwise, I'm going to go, oh, no, I'm copying them all. And I don't need that many, so I'm just going to delete those. And I'm going to delete that. Okay, so this looks like I only have 1, but I actually have 3 that are directly on top of each other. Not that you could, but they're lines, so it's not like it's something that you can actually see. So if I have here, if I look here, you can't actually see that they're on top of each other. But because I've copied it twice, I have 3 of them directly over top of each other. It's like drawing on top of an existing line. Now I need to scale 2 of them down. So I could type in the command scale and hit enter and select my objects, or I could go to my modify ribbon, select scale, and it prompts me select your objects. So I select this object, I hit enter, and it says where's your base point? Where do you want to scale it from? If I scaled it from the center and then I went 0.33, it would scale from the center. It will all scale down from there. This diagram has a common base point, which is that corner. So that is where I need to scale from. So I'm going to undo that. I'm going to scale it from here. And my first one needs to be 1/3 of the original drawing. So that is 0.33. Enter. There's my first one. Now I wish to do the exact same command again. I can select scale, or I can type scale, or because I'm repeating the same command, all I need to do is select enter. Bang, select your objects. I select this, enter. That's me saying, yes, I've done that. Specify your base point. I select down here, I drag it out, and then I need to type in my scale factor, which is 0.67. That's 2/3. Enter. Done. That is my first drawing completed. Now all I want you to do is annotate it. So I'm going to go into my annotation. I'm going to go into text, single line text, specify your start point. See, again, it's prompting me. So I'm just going to put it right there. Specify your height. 5 mils would be an okay height, I guess. I'm going to go 3.5 because why not? Enter. Rotation angle, so 0 degrees. Straight across, and I need to type it, so I'm going to go call it 2D drawing practice drawing 3 Sean Richards. Done. Okay, so there's my drawing. Now how do I know that you've done this drawing? Because we've got our portfolio, we need to get proof of that drawing on there. I don't need you to save this because you're not going to do anything with it. I just need you to develop the skills so that you can actually do our project. So I want you to go down to your search bar, type snipping tool. All I need you to do is take a snip of your drawing, copy it, go to your documents, paste it, bang. 2D drawing practice, drawing 3. I've labeled it. There's my evidence that I've done that. I just need to save that one. I go back into AutoCAD. I no longer need that. So that can be selected and deleted. This needs to be saved. File, save as. I'll call it my digital graphics portfolio. That's good. So there's my evidence that you've done that. And then I can move on to whatever drawing I want to do next. Anyway, guys, that's drawing number 3. Have fun with it. I'm going to put up drawing number... I'll do drawing number 2 next. Then I'll do drawing number 5. Drawing number 6. Yeah, I'll go through most of the drawings for you. Have fun. Send me an email if you get stuck.